Good evening, everybody, and thank you for joining us this evening. We are back in the room on tonight. I hope you are doing well on tonight. Go ahead and, if you would, go ahead and share this with your friends, your family, your co-workers, anybody that you can think of. We want to say good evening to you. We thank God for allowing us to see another day, another Thursday. We are back at it again. Hard to believe the weeks are going by so fast. The time is going by so fast. I pray that for those who are on fall break, that you are enjoying your fall break. For those who have already experienced fall break, hope you had a good one. Much needed time of rest, much needed time of rejuvenation. And so we want to say thank you for hanging out in advance with us in the room on tonight. As you're coming in, go ahead and tell us where you're coming in from. Go ahead and talk to us. Tell us how you're doing. Tell us how things have been for you. So go ahead and like, love, share all the good things. Subscribe to LSCM 633, our YouTube page. We just thank God for, again, y'all, just grateful with everything that's happening all around us. Every time you wake up, every time you're able to breathe, every time you're able to move and to think and to hear and to experience another day above ground is a day to be grateful and a day to be thankful and a day to continue to be hopeful. And so ever since COVID, it hit me real hard to say, as long as you wake up and as long as you're breathing, I think everything else will be all right. Yes, we will have challenges. Yes, we will have things that we have to face. But as long as you wake up, as long as you're breathing, that lets you know that God is still able and that there is another chance for things to get better. And so, again, I want to thank you in advance for hanging out with us on tonight. Want to welcome, for those, if this is your first time, welcome to the room. Welcome to the room. This is the space where we talk about what we talk about. So, listen, tonight is very, very intentional, as they always have been. Tonight, I want to talk to you about life. I think it's like we always talk about life, but yeah, this is a different aspect of life. I want to talk to you about life. So every time I think of something, I'm always thinking, always thinking. Sometimes that's why I can't sleep because I'm constantly thinking. So I had my iPad, had an iPad, and I had my phone. And so I was trying to access some things on my iPad. So somebody sent me something and they were like, well, I sent you something on your iPad, but I had difficulty retrieving it. I could not get access to it. And so I kept trying, I kept trying to get. Now, look, let me tell y'all about me. I will hold on to a device until I wear it completely out. I'm not the person, I have to have the latest phone, I have to have the latest whatever. That's just not me. As long as I can type on it, as long as I can send something on it, as long as I can get a text message, I'm good. As long as I can get an email, I still get little stuff that pop up that says, "Hey, you are almost out of storage." But it doesn't deter me. I keep it. So recently, I want to say within the past couple of months, I was literally kind of like, "Hey, I'm not getting the information that y'all are sending to me." And so it didn't dawn on me that I wasn't getting the information because the device that I had was outdated. The device that I had was outdated. And so, in order for me to get the information that I needed to get, which was very important, by the way, there was something that popped up, a message that popped up on my iPad that said, you cannot access this information unless you update. Your software needs to be updated. There's something that needs to be updated in order for you to access the information that you're trying to access. And so I tried to work around it. I tried to ask them, hey, can you send it to me via email? Yeah, but it wasn't necessarily the same. I tried to, okay, it was too long to send in a text message. And so even with my phone, there were some things that I'm trying to figure out. Why is it that somebody's not receiving something from me on the other end? Or why is it that I'm not receiving the necessary information that I need to receive? And so, it takes my husband to keep me in check. He's like, hey, you're not getting the best of what you have because what you have is not updated. It's not updated. And so I don't know if I know about y'all, but sometimes when you look at the phone, the systems will kind of update themselves. I guess that's what they do. And so you'll look and you'll see something like, okay, I didn't put that there, but it has been automatically updated. Then there are times where you have to update something yourself. This is just like life. This is just like oftentimes we're trying to get something from God. Oftentimes we're trying to receive something from other people and receive those blessings, those answered prayers. And God is literally saying the reason you have not been able to receive some of the things that you're asking me for is because you have refused to update your life. You need a system update. You're trying to operate in old habits. You're trying to operate with an old life system. The what worked for you before may not work for you now. You're trying to operate with old habits. You're trying to operate with the old mindset. And so literally that dropped heavy on me because I was like, oh, maybe that's it. Maybe that's why some of us are having the issues that we're having, is because our life systems need to be updated. They need to be updated. And so you need to update, you need to be upgraded. And so I was looking at this. Of course, I did my research out. So systems need regular updates. Regular updates. So oftentimes when I'm my phone is not acting right or laptop is not acting right. So literally my husband's like, hey, have you updated it? Have you updated the system? No, I haven't. And so, of course, being the person that he is sometimes, not a bad way, he's just like, Gina, did we not talk about this before? I'm like, I don't be thinking about that stuff. But as soon as the updates go through, it's literally, I have access to everything I need access to. Literally, the information that was held up is now coming through because the updates have been activated. And so when you talk about life, when you're talking about regular updates. And so I had to look at the reason why we need to update our software, why things need to be updated. And it says that updates help keep your system stable and reliable. Stable and reliable, and are crucial for protecting against cyber threats. Now, this is for your devices. So when you're talking about updating your life, there's some things that sometimes will operate. If you're operating in bitterness, it's time to update your life. If you're operating in unforgiveness, it's time to update your life. How do you do that? That means you need to intensify your time in prayer, intensify your time in personal worship. Why? Because it is crucial, because it is a means of protecting you against the threats of the enemy. So we're wondering why life is the way that it is. We're wondering why we are so inundated and we're succumbing to the threats of what's happening around us. It's because we have not allowed our life systems and our spiritual systems to be updated. To be updated. It is crucial for the times that we're living in. It is crucial. It is crucial. It is necessary. It's a measure of security. Yes, you have your security in the natural, but what about your spiritual security systems? When was the last time they have been updated? And so what happens is we don't think God is working like God is supposed to be working, or we blame other people. It's not other people. It's not even God. It's you have not chosen to update the systems that God is giving you. So tonight, I want to dig a little bit deeper. So y'all know, if you have not heard, November 8th is coming up. The Room Experience, Thriving in the Ring of Life. And so as I was literally thinking about the room, I was thinking about, God, you have provided an update for our lives before we hit 2026. There's so many spaces and places where God is saying, hey, if you get into this space, if you get into these places, your systems will automatically update just by you being in the space. So I wanted to come on here tonight and I wanted to encourage you to go ahead and secure your seat in the room. In the room. No tricks, no gimmicks, no fog lights. Just literally, we are thanking in it the God in advance for his presence. We are literally excited about the presence of God. Yes, we have people who are coming, they're speaking, they're doing a lot of things. We have some other things lined up, but literally the reason we need to be in this space It's because whether we want to or not, whether we believe it or not, our system needs to be updated. Your mindset needs to be updated. The way you think about life, the way you think about God, the way you think about yourself, it needs to be updated. This is the space to help you do that. Now, I know how we are. I do. I know how we are. So it is November 8th. Some people are still trying to decide, I don't really recognize anybody that's on the flyer. Or you're trying to decide, I don't even recognize the host. So why would I come into this room? Who are you to say that God is telling me to be in this space? I'm the person who's telling you that God said you need to be in this space. And so I thought about it recently. And I think I even said this last week. Oftentimes, what we'll do is we will get into the spaces and the places of the people that we consider popular people. And sometimes you will miss out on what God is saying to you. You will miss out on what God wants to do in you and through you and to you and with you, simply because you don't think that the people that are there are your cup of tea. And I like to say, I may not be your cup of tea, but pass it on to somebody else. They might drink it. And so literally what happens is we will flock. Okay. We will flock to different places because of the name of a person or because of the name of a church. And literally I was thinking it is National Pastor Appreciation Month, right? So I'm gonna kind of veer to the left a little bit. So the same place that we've been flocking to that are considered to be the popular places, they're saying basically the same thing that your pastor has probably been saying to you the whole time. But don't miss it because this space is not the big space that you think it should be. Don't miss what God wants to do with you, to you, through you, and in you because you feel like you don't know these people on this flyer. Don't miss it. 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 And I'm not just talking about just the room experience. Don't miss these spaces. Remember, I keep telling you, God has given us time and tools. But what do? We're so self-centered sometimes until we flock to places, and oftentimes we will go to places where we know we can hide. We will go to places because it's popular. So the question is, now that you've been there, once you've gone there, what's next? You had an experience. What's next? Even for those who come into the room, you're not just coming just to say, okay, you know what? I like Gina. She's cool. But this is your now. This is now. This is what you need now for your next. This is what you need now. For some of you, this is what you need now for your now. For your now. For your now. So I get a little, I don't even know what the word is to call it. I get a little concerned. That's a good word. Concern. Because there's so many people talking about what the devil is doing to them. There's so many people who's talking about what the enemy is doing to them and how life is treating them and how it looks like they just can't get ahead. But these are the same people who refuse to get into the spaces and places that God is saying, hey, here, there's an open door. Let me tell you what you need. Let me help you get to where you need to get to. So don't get so caught up in complaining when God is saying, hey, I've given you the space to get your systems updated. I've given you the time and the tools that you need to update your systems. I know everybody says it's about what they're doing. It's the best thing. You don't want to miss it, this, that, or other. I I I mean, it's what we say. We kind of, it's what we say, it's what we do. This is not a trick, it's not a hoax, it's not a gimmick. You don't see no celebrities, nobodies. The focus is God. The focus is God. The focus is literally getting you to understand that even though life may be challenging, even though life happens, that there's still life in you, that you can still thrive. So I want to take this opportunity, hear my heart. I want to take this opportunity. I have literally been praying about how to um I had to monitor my words. I had to monitor my words and my thoughts. Um because there are so many people who now uh you are looking for people to pour out to you. It's all about you, how they can make you feel good. And I literally, my heart goes out to pastors and leaders, simply because you don't know what it takes to operate in a level of obedience where sometimes it takes everything out of you. But because of the call of God on our lives, because we know that there's somebody's life that needs what God has put inside of us, we push forward, we move forward. So I want to say to you, don't take these spaces for granted, virtual, in person. Don't take these spaces for granted. Now, granted, some people do it just because they that's what they want to do, this and the other. But you can tell, and and ask God. You know the people who are putting their hands to the plow, where God is saying, "Hey, yes, this is the space for you." You may not get an autograph in this space. Allow God to autograph something on your heart. Don't take for granted the spaces and the places. Now, let me tell you, this room experience, you've got to come to actually hear the testimony of how this came to be, because it was something totally different a few years ago. Totally different. Whole name a few years ago. But this particular space was birthed out of a place of pain. A place of pain. And so God has taken that pain and he's turned it into purpose. He's taken that pain and turned it into promise. So if you are that person where you feel like you have exhausted all possibilities, if you are that person where you feel like, God, I'm done. I don't want another word of encouragement. I'm telling, don't give up just yet. Make your way to this room. And if you're saying, okay, I that ain't my cup of tea, that's not my thing, secure a seat for somebody else. Don't be selfish. If you know you don't want a seat in this room, secure a seat for somebody else. Sow a seat. Sow a seat. There's so much that's happening around us. We can no longer get to the point where we're banking on being in places because we don't know somebody's name, or we feel like we can control life all by ourselves. Let me tell you something. God will get you to the point that you will understand that you are not in control. You are not in control. This is not a conference, not just another gathering. It's called an experience for a reason. It's called an experience for a reason. And so if you're on the fence, if you're on the line, and it's not just about getting bodies and seats. It's not just about getting people in the room. This really is a space where God is saying, I created this space just for you. 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 So if you know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody that needs to be in this space, sow a seat. Sow a seat. Secure a seat for them. Again, I wanted to take this opportunity to remind you that even your life systems need to be updated, not just your devices, but your life systems need to be updated so that you can receive everything that God has for you. Some of us, your spirit life is outdated. You need an upgrade. You need some updates to take place. You need some updates to take place. They need to take place regularly. And one of the reasons why it says it's because it can fix it says that it fix bugs. And then the other thing it says it can extend the life of the device. You stepping into this space and getting the updates that you need could extend your life. Just a word. Just a word from God. Not necessarily a word from me, but a word from God can extend your life. You have regular maintenance on your car. Well, at least you hope you do. We will do regular maintenance on other things. What about regular maintenance on your life? What about regular maintenance on your spirit? I was able to share Sunday in worship for Women's Day with Emmanuel Christian Fellowship, and for some reason, as I was preparing, this dropped in my spirit. If the enemy has a plan for your life, why don't you? If the enemy is always walking around with his gloves on, ready to sucker punch you, why you ain't ready? This is the place. We're going to teach you how to bob and weave in the spirit. You keep getting knocked out. But it ain't the enemy's fault. You keep getting knocked out because you don't know how to fight. Step into the ring. Step into the ring. Update your system. Get your gloves on. We're going to teach you how to jab. Jab left, jab right, undercut, whatever you need. Bob it and weave it. Step into the room. So how do you do that? You can go to bit.ly/TREL25. That's bit.ly/TREL25. If you access us on social media, on Facebook, Instagram, Threads, all those good things, you can scan the QR code. It takes you right there to registration. I want to say thank you to those who've sown seats. Thank you to those who've registered. Thank you to those who are vendors in this space. Again, it is taking me. Can I be honest? This whole thing is taking me out of my comfort zone. So this is year. I think we're going into year number 4. The very first year I did it, there were 10 women in the room. 10 women. It was something very intimate. God was like, hey, I need you to do this. Oh, really? Okay. We did it. The next year it grew. Last year it grew even more. And so literally God was like, hey, I need you to keep this thing going, but I need to stretch you. So it has taken me out of my comfort zone, in all honesty and all transparency. Way out of my comfort zone. But my obedience is way more important than me being in a comfort zone. So I've allowed God to update my systems because I want my life to be extended. Because I need to know how the enemy's coming at me, and I need to know what to do. So do you. So registration is open. Early registration is still open. We've kept it open. Early registration and the sow a seed of $50. Sow a seed of $50. Early registration is still open. It will be open, I think, until October 25th. After October 25th, we keep extending it. God is like, no, keep it open, keep it open, keep it open, keep it open. So again, now I get it. When you see these spaces, sometimes it's scary. Can I be honest? Sometimes it's scary because you see apostle, you see prophetess, you see pastor, and you thinking, oh, it's one of them Jesus things. Don't be tricked. Don't be fooled. Don't be fooled. Don't let the enemy talk you out of spaces and places that you need to be in, because you don't get down like that. Maybe that's the issue. You don't get down like that. So I'm telling you, this is a life-changing experience. And I'm not just saying it just to say it. For those who've been in the room, they know what it's like. They can tell you what it's like. So I encourage you to come, and I encourage you to be in this space November 8th. Go ahead and secure your seat today. So go ahead and secure your seat now. You've been thinking about it, you've been pondering it. Is I don't know. Let me see what else I got to do that day. Let me see if I don't have anything else to do. So tag somebody. Hey, if you know one of the speakers, come and support. Come and support, even if you don't know who I am. I think I posted the other day. I was like, you may not know me, but I hope you know God. And if you don't, this is a perfect opportunity to get to know him and get in the space, get in these spaces, So I just wanted to take the opportunity tonight to share this with you. That I'm really, really passionate about this space. Again, this space was birthed out of personal pain. And for those who know, the testimony behind this, they can tell you that this is not something that I take lightly. It is really something that, I know it is God's doing. And so don't miss another opportunity this year to get into the room. November 8th, go ahead and sow your seed today. Go ahead and secure your seat today. You can do so again by bit.ly/TREL25. Thank you, Apostle, for dropping that in the chat for me. So again, y'all, this space has stretched me. It has stretched me. It has stretched me. For those who may not know me, and for those who know me personally, y'all know I'm not necessarily I'm kind of a private person. Like, you look up and it'll just has happened. I'm kind of a private person, but literally God is like, hey, I need you to be, and I told y'all a couple of weeks ago that God's like, I need y'all to be more visible. I need y'all to be more visible. And so if you can spend your dollars at places where when you leave, the only thing you leave with is a hangover, shift that perspective. Shift that perspective. If you're leaving a place and the only thing that you leave with is you don't even get a tote bag, you just got a ticket and a hotel bill, shift your perspective. Try it. Try it. Bring somebody with you. Try it. So, I love y'all. I really, really do. Hear my heart. I pray that you've heard my heart on tonight. Again, this space is not about me. It really is me being obedient and doing what God has called me to do. I'm gonna say this: if you are a person that has been supported by LSCM 633, I'm gonna need you to be in this room. Straightforward, straight, no chaser. If you are a person where this ministry has supported you, if you are a person where we've supported what you're doing, we've gotten behind you, we've shared your stuff, we've tagged your stuff, come on, let's be real about it. Reciprocity is real. Reciprocity is real. Yep, that's how it is. Reciprocity is real. Don't encourage everybody to come to your stuff. Then when it's sometimes somebody else to do something, you get quiet. Don't do that. That's not cute at all. At all. At all. So, with that said, I pray that you have a great evening. It is hard to believe that we are like in the middle of October already. Shout out to PowerPoint Christian Ministries. Our 5th anniversary is coming up this coming Sunday. Again, join us this coming Sunday as well. 2158 Ranchwood Drive in Atlanta, Georgia. And so our y'all, I don't know. You just have to be there Sunday. Apostle Dr. Latrice Williams will be blessing us on Sunday. I think we're ready. Not quite sure. Won't be sure probably till after everything is done. So just get in this space. That's all I can say. So listen, I love y'all. Go ahead and secure your seat again. Thank you so much for those who have secured their vendor spots. For those who have secured seats, for those who have sown seats. I am so excited. I'm very excited. But again, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. So I pray that you will have a great evening. A couple of things I want to shout out. If you have not been able to tag into or tap into Pray 365, 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with Divine Grace Ministries International. Again, even in if you are part of, so for those who don't know, there is a community of young women that God has allowed me to be connected to called Capacity Connections. And so I was literally reading in our chat on tonight in Capacity Connections how they have been blessed by Pray 365. And so just to see these young women who are tapping in, who are saying, hey, I need all of it. And so, again, you don't want to miss these spaces, time and tools, time and tools. Literally, I was looking at our chat tonight, and y'all, they're excited by Pray 365. And it was like, look, y'all need to get in these spaces. And so again, it is a blessing. It is a blessing. So I pray that you have a great evening on tonight. Go ahead and share this with somebody. For those who are watching the replay, again, I want to say thank you for your support in advance for this absolute necessary experience, the Room Experience 2025, thriving in the ring of life. So I love y'all. Again, shout out to those who are coming into the room, those who have secured their spot to impart into us, Apostle Darius Jeter, Nicole Jones, Prophetess Tasha Wilder, and Pastor Marquisa Williams. So again, you don't want to miss this opportunity. It's not, it's not about you looking for somebody's autograph or you looking for another opportunity. It's really about you getting to the space where God has secured and designed and created just for you. So listen, again, I love y'all. Have a great Friday. Have a great weekend. I pray God's blessings upon you. If you're traveling, be safe. If you're not traveling, be safe. Can I tell you, we ought to be grateful, y'all. We ought to really be grateful. Be grateful. Every time you leave home, every time you make it home, every time you wake up in the morning, every time you're able to go to bed and things are still well, just grateful. Just grateful. Just grateful all throughout the day. Just tell God thank you. How much you just appreciate him being our protection and our provider. Just thank him. Just thank him. Just keep a praise in your mouth. Keep a praise on your lips. Keep a praise in your heart. So, I think that's it. So have a great evening. Go ahead and tag, like, love, share this with somebody, and we will see you back again next week. We will see you definitely in the room November 8th. So we thank God for all that he's doing in advance in this space. Listen, have a great evening, and we will see you in these Jesus streets. Good night, everybody.